strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you could possibly imagine.
Welcome back, everybody. It is Bulldog here, and I am excited to provide you all with an update on how the guild is performing, how the new Star Guild project is coming along, and things are going fantastic. Things are moving along better than I could have possibly imagined. The whole idea was to have a sustainable guild model, a sustainable Star Guild model, to be able to use essentially marketing leverage to contribute to the ecosystem while also being able to pay my scholars more than anybody else. I've really thought this is a content creation model that could be huge in Web3, and we haven't seen it play out. We haven't really seen a lot of people try it yet. So I decided to try it myself, and things are going very, very well. We have a new sponsor for month number 2. So I got to show them some love. As you can see from the guild title up here, our new guild name in Splinterlands is ImmortalCreed.io. Immortal Creed is a fantasy themed card game that has their pre-sale coming out March 17th. So here in just what, 2 weeks, they have their pre-sale. So they've actually been contacting me for several months now, talking about how once their game is developed, once they're ready to launch, they wanted me to help promote it. I thought this guild sponsorship was a perfect opportunity. I'm familiar with one of the team members because they are from the Splinterlands community. So this is as we kind of scroll through here, this is a fantasy themed blockchain card game it's an auto battler card game that does draw a lot of inspiration from Splinterlands. Definitely still very different, but it's, you know, like, okay, Splinterlands, you set your monsters, set up a team of monsters and they go battle against each other. Here you have one single hero, but you equip them with different items, so you can have a different layout to go up against your opponent, different battle conditions, that type of thing. So that's you equip them differently for each battle, and then you watch the auto battle or play out, and I'm excited about it. So on March 17th, they've got their pre-sale. If you go to, I'll put their link here down below. I'll put the link to their Discord down below. They're going to be releasing some of their alpha, like a demo, an alpha version. I think it's kind of like the tutorial to kind of start playing in the game, to teach the game. That's going to be released here very soon to go along with the pre-sale, so everybody can see, yes, there's a game here. Here's how the game's going to play. Get a feel for it. So make sure you come down, join their Discord, go check them out. Everybody always wants to get in early for these Web3 games, right? Get in from the very beginning. Well, here's your chance. They literally just opened up their Discord. I don't even think they have very many people in it. It was literally just opened up to the public, so you can go be one of the first members there and check them out. They've been building for a little while, but they are just now going public with everything. So I thought that was a good partnership, and we'll have some more updates on them as the month goes along. They are our sponsor for the month. And so how have we been doing? Let's first off talk about actual battles. We'll run down, we're going to run through how we're performing in battles, what we're doing next for our brawls, talked about our buildings a little bit. Then we're going to go into kind of an overview of the finances, how much SPS we're making, how much we're putting into the game, that type of thing. And then talk about some potential expansion to other games even. So first, let's look at the brawls. How have we been doing in brawls? We have been fighting in tier 2. We did a few tier 1 battles and just dominated tier 1. It wasn't even fair. This group is very, very good. And yeah, tier 1 was just too easy for us. We upgraded our buildings to tier 2. And so far you can see we're 3rd here. We've been 2nd to 4th. We're still looking for our first win. A lot of times there's one very, very strong guild in at least one in these tier 2 brawls, so we haven't necessarily quite been able to get a win, but we finished in that 2nd to 4th. Seems to be some pretty good battles in that 2 to 4 range. We're fighting with some a bunch of people. They've been pretty exciting. So I'm pretty happy with how we performed, really, because it's kind of been a challenge because these are new accounts and we don't have, at least they're new to acquiring gladiator accounts. A lot of them I actually signed up for further testing purposes and other things a while ago, so the account age isn't necessarily new, but they're new to earning merits and acquiring these gladius cases. So we've got, like, for example, we've got 16 slots for brawls in tier 2, right? I think we've only got 2 cores So playing without Korra makes things fairly tough, but they've done a pretty good job as we continue to earn more merits, continue to unlock more of these Gladius cards. I think we're gonna get more and more competitive right now we've only got Chaos cards. As we start to earn all these reward cards a little bit, that's going to help boost some of our accounts. Obviously everybody's earning reward cards, but we're really only fighting with Chaos cards. So being able to add kind of the whole other set might be able to benefit us a little more than some of the guilds we're trying to climb up and fight against, who might have additional sets already. So what are the other things we're doing? So if we go to our buildings, we just used the sponsor money from Immortal Creed to go upgrade our buildings. We now have a level 3 barracks. So we have banned Korra. So we're tired of losing to Korra. There's so many matches where it's like, okay, especially down in like novice and bronze league, where it's okay, how do you even contend against Korra? Korra is so powerful. Well, now, at least in our home matches, we will no longer have to go up against Korra. I think that alone is going to get us a few extra wins per guild brawl. So we'll see if that can help our record out. But we burned some DEC for that. We burned some DEC to upgrade our store. Level 3, we now get a 40% merit bonus. So that allows us to earn these Gladius cards faster. Hopefully more and more of these accounts can get Korra, can get some of these other very good cards. It's not just Korra. There are some other really good Gladius cards, but that's kind of the one, especially in the lower leagues, that can be very, very powerful. So we upgraded there. We also upgraded our hall. This won't help our battles any, but it will allow us to upgrade our lodge. And we jump from a 3% bonus to a 5% bonus. So some of these scholars can earn a little bit more. So how much are they actually earning? I'm not going to bring up our full financials or anything, but I am going to give you guys some numbers here. A little bit of a breakdown. Over the last 2 seasons, so for the first full month of this guild's existence here, the guild earned about a little less than 4,000 SPS, about $110 worth of SPS. So some of you may remember that the entire point of this is to try to build a sustainable guild model. And in a lot of these play to earn guilds, scholars they're cashing out a lot of that, right? So, or the investors are cashing out a lot of that income, and it really hurts the token price when a lot of these guilds get into these games and they just extract. And we want to be different. So we're using this sponsor revenue to be able to actually pay scholars well, earn on, right now these are all my own personal assets, but still get a return for myself on these assets and still put money into the game. And so far it looks like we are going to be able to do that. So last month, now a lot of times we're burning DEC on these guild buildings, right? Whenever we go spend this DEC, whenever we upgrade our guild hall here, we paid 30k DEC, 50k DEC. That is burned. That was all for this month. Last month, I actually did not start with a fresh guild. I bought a guild off of somebody else. That was a lot cheaper. So that did put money into the economy, but it didn't necessarily go into burning DEC or burning it directly in the game. Went to somebody else who maybe they were cashing out. Who knows? It was an inactive guild. So that's a little bit different for our first time buy. But we spent a total of $150 on the guild. So we put more money in DEC directly into the guild than we earned in SPS for the month. So yes, they're 2 different tokens, so there might be some extraction from the SPS token, but we're putting it right back in the DEC token. We also paid $75 to our scholars last month just in DEC. So yes, they have no obligation to keep that DEC. They can cash it out if they want, but that's money that was taken from fiat, from other crypto, I guess. The point is, it was outside money converted to DEC, bought into the system with DEC to pay our scholars. I know some of these scholars, I've seen them upgrading some of buying some cards on their own and delegating this account, buying some cards on their own account. A lot of them are spending that DEC in the game. That's money that is also going into the system here as well. And we are prepared to double that this season we've got less money that we have to spend acquiring the guild, that type of thing. So more money that can go to the scholars. We've added some more scholars. There's going to be $150 going directly to this scholars. That number can change a little bit, but there's going to be at least $150 in DEC that's coming from outside crypto going to our scholars. And we've already burned this month, we've already burned $140 on the guild building. So we still have a little bit of leftover guild funds. Some of that will go to renting for some of their accounts. Some of that I think the next thing we're going to go up to is we're going to go to level 4 barracks here. That costs 50k DEC. I've got that set aside. We will burn that once we get we need the crowns though. So I think it's 250. Yeah, 250 crowns. We're getting, how many crowns per battle are we getting? Let's go over to the show in our tavern. I think it's about 40 that we're getting. So there's some of our upgrades. We got 38 last time, 44, 51. So yeah, we're in the 40 to 50-ish range there. So we've still got a few more guild cycles before we can upgrade that. But once we get the crowns, we will upgrade that barracks, burn another 50k DEC. So the point being here is that I'm still able to make a profit off of this. If you look at how much that I've spent on acquiring all these cards and everything, my APY right now is about 15%, which for a game like this isn't necessarily extremely high, but I am still making a profit, and I'm definitely paying more than I need. I'm paying these scholars much more. Our top scholar last month earned $26 for playing with a deck that they don't own, that they have no risk in. They didn't have to spend a single dime to go acquire. All of them have other accounts. They enjoy the game. They just want to play more. The top scholar got paid $26 last month. So I'm definitely spending more than we need to, but I'm focused on growing the guild, being able to drive value to these sponsors, to try and, a lot of times the goal here is to try and attract other games. So we'll get into that here in just a second. But the point is, while I'm growing this guild, growing this model, I'm still earning profit myself. The scholars are getting paid. My scholars are getting paid more than anybody else would be able to pay them. They're basically making more than in some cases, a lot of cases here, more than 100% of what they've actually earned. Now there's a few of them that actually pulled some crazy pack pull. Like we had one scholar pull 9 packs, I think, or something like that. So that's there was a lot of value there. But in general, they are getting paid more than 100% of what they are earning off these decks. Other models simply can't pay scholars that much. They, without outside sponsor revenue, you just can't. That's not a sustainable model. I am able to make it work with what we've got here by delivering value to sponsors. So we are putting more money into the system than we are taking out, and I'm still making profit. The scholars are still making profit, and I'm very, very excited to see this actually working. I talked about how excited I was in the previous video, how I couldn't believe nobody's using no content creators were using this type of model to grow guilds. No large play to earn guilds are focusing on content creation and marketing to drive value into their guilds, into their games. And I've said that it can be done, and now we're seeing firsthand after 1 month. It can be done. I've made it work for a month, and nothing that I'm doing here is unsustainable or anything like that. A lot of times guilds will come into games, and yeah, they'll put more money in the first few months because they're trying to grow and be able to make more profit. Yes, I'm trying to focus on growth here, but I'm still making profit. This is still sustainable. Despite the fact that I'm putting more money into the game than we are pulling out, we're still turning a profit, and that's very exciting. And I've got a bunch of other games that are coming to me and wanting me to build this setup, this model in their game as well. So I have 2 that I'm fairly certain we're going to expand to. I was hoping to announce, I was actually hoping to announce a couple of them last week. Haven't quite finalized everything yet. I was hoping to have some to share with this video. You guys are gonna have to be a little more patient, but we've got some other games that we're expanding to, and we can build this in other games. We can expand to other games, create content for other games, have a lot more live streams. And hopefully where this is going to go is it's going to get to be too much for me, where okay, I can't make all this content for all these different games. So what am I gonna have to do? I'm gonna have to partner with other content creators and kind of have like a whole guild alliance, other guilds under me, and working with others to find sponsorship with them, for them, and set this up with other creators. That's the direction I hope to go with this long term down the line. I really think this can be a very, very successful model in Web3, and I'm super excited that we are actually seeing it in action, and it is working so far. So thank you to everybody who has supported this, who's tuned in the live streams, who has retweeted we send out lots of tweets about the guild, updates on the guild, including the sponsor's name and everything, and on Twitter, and then putting them out on shorts and things like that. Everybody who likes those, retweets those, I appreciate that. That helps everything grow. You guys have been so awesome being a part of this as a community member. Those who are active on Discord, all you guys, thank you so much for helping make this possible. If you can't tell, like, this is my working on this guild and expanding this project has really become like my #1 priority, and I'm so excited to be doing all of this. So you guys are going to continue to see monthly updates as we expand, as we grow, to just kind of show what's going on here, because I know a lot of people ask about it. A lot of you are excited to follow it, but this is just the beginning. I think this is growing. I know I've said this like 5 times, I'm repeating myself, but I always kind of thought this would be a good model, but putting it into place and seeing how quickly this is growing, seeing how many games are reaching out to me, seeing how many people are trying to sponsors are coming up to me. We've got some set up for some future months. We've got some other games that are going to be releasing. Like there's a game in May or June, I can't remember the exact month, that's going to be releasing. That's already set up a sponsor for that month. So it's all coming together very quickly, and it's just so exciting being able to do this. So thank you guys so much. I promise we'll get back to some more action. I know there's nothing on the screen here. We'll get back to some more gameplay footage. We'll get back to some more live streams and those types of things. But this is just it's been so fun working on this. So I'll see you guys on those future videos, on those future streams. Next stream will be on Wednesday Eastern time. Make sure you guys tune into that. I will see you there.